In the second part of our Section 2.1 video, we're going to discuss Venn diagrams. Venn diagrams would be just a real visual way to look at sets. Means exactly the same thing, it's just very visual. So here is a way that an elementary school teacher used Venn diagrams to talk about butterflies and moths. Inside each of these circles would be the description of both butterflies and moths, but where we have this overlapping would be the things that apply to both moths and butterflies. The things that are on the outside would be those things that only apply here to butterflies, and over here would be just moths. It's necessary that we talk about a universal set, which means the set of everything, all of the elements that we could possibly consider. So we're talking about our universal element, in this case would be a small class. And those elements that are in set B are the students who have at least one brother. So we can see that all of these people in this circle that are inside this B contain that they have at least one brother, and then those students that have at least one sister are in this S circle. Those students that overlap have both a brother and a sister, and Sue is an only child. I see her down there. With these sets, if we're going to talk about intersection of two sets, we're going to talk about what the two sets have in common, or it could be more than just two sets, could be 3 or 4, whatever, but all those elements that are in common. So we can see that set B has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 elements, and set S has 3 elements, and they have 2 elements in common. Those elements are Tom and Yuri. So let's talk about what this means if we're using set builder notation. The intersection of set B and set S are all of those elements, X meaning any one that you want to talk about, such that the element that is in B is also in set S. That's all this means. Doesn't really tell us anything though, does it? We can say that Tom is an element of the intersection of B and S. And we could also say that the intersection of set B and S is a subset of U. Of course it would be. And that subset would be the set containing Tom and Yuri. Alright, so we have another subset of this class. Looks like, is it just B? Oh no. Okay, no it's not. How would we, it looks like it's both B and S, so it would be the union, or what's in sets B and S. How would I describe it? I would describe it in everyday English as all of those members of that have a sibling, I guess was how I would say it. And here they give us a couple of ways to describe that set. Any one of those would work. I said sibling, so I got number 2 is one I picked. And now here we are defining the word union, meaning whatever is in either set, or. So, and we don't list those twice. So Tom and Yuri, those we wouldn't list that twice just because they were in both. We just list things one time. We don't double up on our listing of our set elements or members. Just a little bit of a formal notation here. I like this bomb. Tom is an element of the union of those two sets, yes. And we could say that set B is a subset of the union of those two sets. That's how I would say that. And they're having us look at another subset, and we also say that in words that the members of that set that we have listed here are those that don't have any sisters. As far as complement, we're just saying what's not in a set, and that's what complement means. So the complement of set S would be Tia, Amy, Pam, and Eli. and I felt I really needed to show you what that looked like, so I put it in this other program. So I'm going to say the complement of S, you would just write a line over it, would be Tia, Amy, Pam, Eli. Oh, there's Sue down there too. I better list her because she's not in S, so whatever is not in S. Alright, here's where we want to be for real. We want to see what the homework looks like and see what all of this means. I'll move this up just a little bit. Okay. So, U, which is the universal set, is the fact that we have Americans. Alright, so everybody in here is an American. Set F as a smoker. Oh, female, sorry. S is a smoker. F is the female, S is a smoker, and P means you have a health problem. I don't know why we chose P for that. All right. So they want us to find an American, well, they're all Americans, non-smoking, so it can't be an S, so it can only be over in this area here. So we only have 3 choices now, and it has to be healthy, so it can't be in P, so it's just this guy right here. There is a American non-smoking healthy female. So this is a female that's healthy but smokes right here. This one is a female that smokes that's not healthy. This is a female that's not healthy, doesn't smoke. This person's just not healthy. Oh, that must be a male. This one's a male too. There's the male. This guy's a male, so all of those guys are males. This is a male smoker there. Alright, so now we need to see what, because this is the one that we were, there's our American non-smoking healthy female. So let's look and see what we got. We've got, this is a female. None of these guys, well, okay, maybe so. Female. I need to go inside these parentheses first, so let me see. This would be the intersection between a smoker and P. So intersection between smoker and P, that would be in this realm here. That's not us, so this one's out. Intersection of female and ours was a non-smoker, so you're out. Okay, so we're a non-smoker. Could be this one. Intersection of the female and not a smoker, and P means you have a health problem. Okay, that's really weird. Okay, so P means you have a health problem, and that P not is how we describe that, or P complement means you are healthy. So we want a female, non-smoker, and healthy. Alright, there's our winner for that one. And just kind of got to go through the list and figure out what's going on with each one. Okay, we're supposed to represent intersection of a female. Well, let's look at this part first. Alright, let's see. Smoker and P has a health problem. Union of smoker with the health problem. So anybody, so this is union, so anybody that's in this area, chink, chink, and this area, but well, that didn't cut too many people out, only cuts that one gal out. Oh, they have to be, now this says they also, so I did the S union P, that's both S and P there, S or P. Any member that's in either S or P is how you would actually state that. Now this says with the intersection, it says that it also has to be female, so let me change my color, get another color here. So I want anything that's in S and P also has to be female, so it has to be in this realm too. So that would leave us with this one works, and this one works. All of those in this realm here fit this description. So what is that saying? Well, so it would be a female who is smoking, or they have a health problem. So female who's smoking. Oh, it's the first one. Well, that makes it nice for me. Okay. Oh, and now they give us some information on complements. So yeah, that's what I do too, is I just figure the ones that aren't in the set. Subtraction, you don't really use subtraction that much, but let's go ahead and define it because it is defined, what it means, and we can just kind of say how we're shading it, those elements in B that are not in S. So it's kind of like where this would be the intersection. It's kind of like those elements in B that aren't in that intersection is kind of how I would say it. It's worth noting we can have two disjoint sets, meaning they don't have anything in common, and they use the odd and the even numbers here. Notice 0 isn't in either one of those. But here they put it in with the evens, but they didn't in this other one. Look at that, how on this one, that 0 is always a funny number, so it depends on how you define the word even. I always have to go back to the definition for that, and it looks like here in their definition they didn't have 0 as an even number. And in this particular set, someone decided that it did fit their definition. And sometimes we can look at, in set A, those are the elements that are multiples of 2. Set B are the multiples of 3, and then those in the intersection are those that are the multiples of 6, or both 2 and 3. And sometimes we can have a set that is entirely contained in another set, and that's fine too. Okay, so here's a Venn diagram that we're going to look at and see if we can answer some questions about it. So first off, we did a survey, or somebody did, and they did it at Marks-a-Lot, and you would be all the employees of Marks-a-Lot. So this whole universal set would be the employees of Marks-a-Lot. E are those employees who exercise regularly. S is we don't smoke at all. Really? Okay, so that don't smoke at all, I would think we'd call those like N or something for not smoke. F, employees who average at least 5 servings of fruits and vegetables. Okay. How many employees exercise regularly but don't average? Okay, we exercise, that's the E. So that's all in this circle. Those employees that exercise regularly but don't average 5 servings, so they can't be in this here, so can't be in there. So that would be 15 of them is what I get. Okay, so I had to undo that, so I didn't have that sitting there, but I'm going to write that this is 15. Describe the 8 employees who are outside of all 3 circles. Well, they must be, let's see, they're outside of all 3 circles. So they must be smokers, and they don't exercise regularly, and they don't average 5 servings of fruits and vegetables. So it is a person who fits all 3 of those things. Let me write that down. Okay, so there I have them written down. So let's go here. I'm going to look at this, and I'm going to look at this. The intersection of those that exercise regularly and they average at least 5. So that would be these guys right there. Those are the guys that exercise and they get their 5 fruits and vegetables. The next set would be those that exercise and they smoke. You can think of this as being and, it's got to be in both, and you can think of this as being equivalent to or. It's in either one. So I did the ands, it's in that, and then this symbol here means either one of those sets. So my end result for this would look like all of those people that are in this right here. So it would be, do we need, so that is 18 and 5, that's 23 people. And I would say that those people are those people that, I guess I said it as I went, those people that exercise regularly and eat at least 5 servings of fruits and vegetables, or those people that eat or that exercise regularly and don't smoke. I'll write that down. Alright, and there we have it written down. And that would be it for my Venn diagrams. Now if you have any questions, please email me and I'll draw you some pictures and do some more shading for you. Alright, and good luck with this week's homework.